Okay, good evening and welcome to tonight's live stream here from Hebburn. There's nobody here yet, but you've got to talk because this goes up as a replay unless somebody sabotages it, that is, like they did last time. Then I had to delete it because they put obscene stuff on the screen. So we can't be doing that. So I have to be careful who I let on the camera in future, for sure. So, it's supposed to be going to chuck it down with rain tonight, but so far it's dry. Actually, I think they said after 11 it's going to be dry. I think they did. Because earlier on it was meant to be rain. Yeah, but it was a bit earlier. So I'll just wait till some people come in. Hello, it says there's some people here, but I don't know if they're going to speak. How are you all doing tonight? Are you in a good mood, a bad mood, or are you indifferent? It's getting a bit cold out here, actually. I was boiling before, now I'm not. So how are you all doing tonight? Don't all speak at once. It's hard to keep up with all the... If you speak at once, it's hard to answer you. It's all at the same time, you know. I've just come straight from Bigo Live. Does anyone use that crappy site? Anyone? It's a very negative place, shall I say? Very negative. Lots of not very nice people in there. I think I've met about one or two halfway decent people, and even then they're a bit, I don't know, not so friendly. No one's friendly on there. None of them, really. Not totally. Anyone been on there? Bigo Live? Anyone? And whatever you do, don't go live on there unless you're female, because nobody watches. Nobody at all. Unless you're on there for about 75 hours, you might get someone come in, maybe, if you're lucky. And even then, you probably won't be lucky, because they'll probably be quite horrendous. I should imagine. Why does nobody say hello, and why does nobody answer? Because they're not planning on staying, I guess. Yeah, that's probably the reason. Well, we'll just read some signs on the wall until some people arrive, maybe. Hello there, Brian. How are you doing tonight? Have you ever used Bigo Live, Brian, by any chance? I'm glad to hear you're doing well, Brian. Well, it's an app if you're interested. It's got people going live like this on it, a bit like YouTube. Only they're not very friendly, most of them. They kick you out for you don't even have to speak. They just kick you out. And if you do speak, you probably get kicked out as well if they don't like you. Or they don't like looking at you. Not very good, is it? That's not very good. I guess you have to look like Johnny Depp or Brad Pitt or someone similar for them to keep you in the room. Anything lesser than that and you're gone. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I went live from Asda in one of somebody's stream on there. I lasted about 5 minutes on the camera and then they kicked us out. And I was being totally polite and everything. And they just booted us out. That was just one example. Who's he as? What, you mean the Gene Hackman movie, Best Shots? Is that what you're talking about? Gene Hackman did a movie called Best Shot. In America, it was called Who's He As? Is that what you're referring to? Apart from that, I don't know what you're on about. And how are you doing, LP Indie? I mean, my light's been acting up. It was going on and off like a yo-yo just a few minutes ago. I thought it was going to keep doing it, actually. It might start again in a minute. You never know. What do you mean by Who's He As, then? Is that like, it's basketball, isn't it? Or something? I don't know. I can't remember now. Can you explain what you mean by Who's He As? Who's He As? When you say Who's He As, did you mean Who's He As? Whose ears are you talking about? You talking about mine? They're under here. If I keep doing this hard enough, I might take off. Fast enough, rather, not hard enough. Well, we're never going to find out. It's just one of them daft statements, I guess. Um, just a bamboozling you. Has this thing crashed? Has the chat crashed or something? Is anybody still here? We've entered Ghost Town. I've only just arrived. Like that Madonna song, Ghost Town. Yeah, anyone heard that? Ghost Town by Madonna. Which album was it on again? Rebel something? I forget. I think I know what that song's about. Oh, I think I got a dodgy lead or something. I better not touch it. Dodgy connection, shall we say. If there's somebody there, can you please give us a sign? Any sort of sign. Well, we're off to a good start again. That's the main thing. So, are you been up to much today or this evening? Anything interesting happening? Been happening? About to happen? Anything like that? Right. The trouble is, if no one's talking, it's not going to be very interesting on the replay. Anyone looking forward to digital IDs? Just checking. Or do you not care? I don't think you care. Does anyone care? Anyone care about digital IDs? No? Hmm. Maybe I come on at a bad time again. What time do the talkative people get here, I wonder? Could have a long wait. It's currently quarter to 12. Quarter to 12. I get the impression these live streams are not really meant for chatting other. Does anyone know what the live streams are meant for originally? What's the sole purpose of having live streams on YouTube? Does anyone know? Is it for to use it for wherever you want as long as it's legal? Or is it meant for something else? Mainly. I don't know. I thought it was meant for chatting mainly though, but I might be wrong. It must have fooled us like that's what I thought it was meant for, chatting to people. But you can't chat to people if they're not answering, can you? So that's out of the question in a minute. So and you can't edit the dead bits out where no one's saying anything because it goes straight up after you finish the live stream onto your channel, so you can't edit it. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Right then. Well, it's very quiet here and on here and here where I am. Birds making a noise at this time of night in the dark. What's wrong with them? It's funny how there's allegedly 7 people watching, but not one of them will answer me. You do understand if people just ignore us on here every time I come on, I won't be coming back at some point ever again. Because what's the point of coming on if nobody talks? You come on to chat, but if nobody's chatting, well, little point in coming back on ever again, isn't it? If you see me point, you must know I've got a point, right? It's suddenly gone down to 2. I'll wait till it goes to 0 and then I'll do another. Yeah. The internet these days, when it comes to chatting, has gone right down the pan for the most part. Everywhere, every chat room, every live stream. Sometimes it's all right, but mostly it's not. You know, it just isn't. But that's just how it is. Has anyone got anything to say at all? Anything? What's on your mind right now? Anything? Anything that's legal? Anything on your mind? Don't want you saying things that you shouldn't be saying on here. You know what I'm saying? I must point out I'm against censorship, but YouTube isn't. Starting to feel a bit like a Morgan here once again. Hello, Mr. Smith. How you been? How long you been lying there for? That long, huh? What's that? Oh, right. Thanks for telling us. I didn't realize that. Has it always been that size? Right. What about that one over there? Is it? Has that one always been that size as well? Oh, all right. Well, thanks for letting us know. I feel much more enlightened. Thanks. Anyway, that's my demonstration of being in a morgue. Just saying. Similar to this chat room. You know what I mean? Apparently, this seating's reserved for away team officials only, which I am one of. I'm an away team official. In case you didn't know, that's me. I'm one of them. That's why I'm sitting here. Obviously, I wouldn't be sitting here otherwise. With that. Yeah, there's a cobweb, spider's webs up there on the light. Them lights will be going off soon, I think. But I've got my own light, so I should be all right unless it goes off as well. Like then we're screwed. Why would people sit watching me knowing that I'm not actually talking to anyone? Like properly. I'm talking at you, but you're not answering back. So how do you get any sort of anything out of that? What does it do for you? I don't know. Isn't it much more fun to participate? Wouldn't you say? If you don't participate, these things will go away. I know you probably won't care, but I'm just putting it out there. These live streams will be discontinued if nobody talks. I'm not going to say. I mean, how long have I been here? 13 minutes and 47 seconds, and no one said hardly anything. I'm just talking to me bloody self. I might as well be talking to the ghosts again, for God's sakes. Anyway, I think the ghosts have got more to say, but unfortunately, most of the ghosts appear to be demons. That's the bad thing about it. So there might be not many of them, if ever any of them ever again either. So, because I don't want to be talking to demons now, do I? Because they only talk to you so they can do bad things to you. Basically, that's why they talk to you. They pretend to be dead people so they can do the dirty deeds to you. You know what I'm saying? And then you tell people about it, and no one believes you. Classic. It's like Candyman or something. Virginia Madsen, you know all that stuff that happens in that movie, and she gets the blame for it, and she gets put in a mental asylum because they think it's her doing it, and it's not even her. There's loads of films similar to that, obviously, because they're all based on the same thing, I guess. Demons. That's the idea behind all them stories. Demons do bad stuff, and it makes it look like you are the one that's doing it. It's all in your head, so you're acting upon it or whatever, something like that. What's another film that's a good example of that? Sure, there's something else. Oh yeah, the Invisible Man, the new version. Yeah, that one. Similar to Candyman, where murders are happening around her, and they think she's the one doing it because she's always at the scene. There's nobody else there. They can't see the Invisible Man, so he's making it look like she's doing it. So there you go. Well, I tell you what, I might as well read me empty sandwiches box packet thing because there's nothing else going on. Let's see what poison's in these sandwiches. The print's too small. I can't see in this lighting. I don't know. Nah, the lighting's not good enough. I'd have to be facing this direction, but it's against the light, so I can't tell you what poison's in these Aldi sandwiches. It's probably got potassium sorbate in, I should imagine, and rapeseed oil, which is supposed to be lethal. It's in everything, that stuff. It's well named, like, isn't it? Rapeseed oil. Do you ever get the feeling the three people watching you are three people that maybe you've spoke to in the past? Possibly. Who weren't very friendly. You never know. Yeah, but I don't know for sure. 17 minutes of nothing. We're doing well so far. How much longer do I have to sit here before somebody speaks or types something? Probably not much longer because I won't be here for much longer. I'll give it about 5 more minutes. 5 more minutes, then I'm out of here. Got better things to do than this. Well, it doesn't look like that spider's here tonight. Can't see him anywhere. I've got loads of things to talk about, but unfortunately, I'm not allowed to talk about them on here. So I better not talk about those things then. Because we don't really have freedom of speech anymore, do we? Just a little tiny bit. So 11 o'clock. I'll give it to 11 o'clock now. I've at least been on just about 20 minutes or something. Maybe give it 25 minutes. I mean, altogether, it's already on 18 and a half. So, yeah. Oops. I think what do you call it? My leads on the fritz. There must be a loose connection. Yeah, well, I've yanked it that many times, the lead by accident. It's knocked it up. Engine noise. Well, the pub's shut now. The pub is shut. Well, apologies if anyone's watching this as a replay. It's not really my fault because no one would talk to us. So you end up talking to yourself instead. Well, potentially I'm talking to three people on here, but they're not really worth talking to because they don't even respond. So yeah. How far would a conversation go in the street? If you bumped into someone, you say, "Excuse me, mate," and then you start talking to them, but they're just standing there staring at you and not saying anything. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous. But anyway. Well, the buses are still on. I can see one now. It's the number what? Looked like 37, but it couldn't have been, surely. Couldn't have been 37. There's no 37 comes down here, I don't think. Oh, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah. Well, it's a toss-up between which one's the best, Bigo Live or this. At the minute, it's Bigo Live's winning by a wide margin because nobody talks on here at the minute. At least people talk on there to some extent, even though they're not very friendly. Well, I may go back on there again. Actually, people are just coming in and leaving again. What do they expect to see, like? Huh? What do they expect to see? Think about it. What they expecting? Whatever it is, they're not getting it because obviously they're leaving. So what they expected to see isn't here. I would say. Uh huh. Does anyone watch any AI videos on YouTube or anything? Anyone? Artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. What sort of videos are you watching these days? The ones that don't speak, that don't type. What are you watching on YouTube? What sort of stuff you watching? Auditors, music videos, film trailers, cooking videos, gardening videos. I don't know. Computer game stuff. There is no. I think the art of conversation's dead on here. Imagine if I was on a chat show right now and these were my guests. Yeah, it'd be so entertaining. Anyway, an interview where nobody answers any of the questions. They just sit there going, hmm. You know what I mean? So he has a question for the 4 people that's here right now. If there's 4, I'm not sure. If you were doing a live stream on YouTube, what would you do right now? Would you be trying to talk to people who clearly don't want to answer? Or would you just say nothing and have a ultra boring replay go back up on your channel? Or maybe you would just delete it so it wouldn't go up as a replay. But we're not going to find out the answer to that one either, I don't think. That's my prediction. Anyway, we've got how long have we got left? Maybe 2 minutes. Yeah, better not make this one too long. It's not going to be very interesting for anyone to watch back. So I better cut it off soon. Yep. Well, thanks for being so friendly and warm, everyone. And thanks for chatting. I think I'm going to leave it there. So, may God be with you. What was it again? God go. I can't remember. Try to do the Dave Allen thing. Anyway, take care of yourselves and each other. Good night. I'm out.